Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to show how I make sketches for environments or concepts. A great way to generate ideas, especially if you don't know what to paint. This happens for me every day. So for me it's great. So basically I start with random shapes, random brush strokes. The colors don't matter. Just do some brush with light colors and dark colors, and try to experiment lots and different shapes. But here I don't know you, but for me with these random shapes, for me looks like a big tree and the light, so that's why I added some light there. But I will divide the canvas, so just doing some experimentations. I saw some lake there. Here I divided the canvas, and as you can see, if you use the crop tool, you hit C in the keyboard, it will pop the crop tool, and with the crop tool you can see the lines, right? So it's very easy to see, to divide the canvas in 3 parts. And I use the crop tool to check the composition tool. Sometimes you're using the rule of thirds, the crop tool can help you too. So continuing, I just divide it and select the parts, flip this part too, and change the colors. I try for every frame there, I try to use different colors, and I do some mask there to separate the layers. The first one is orange, so well, for me orange forest, it's automatically autumn, so I do some autumn forest there and do some indication of vegetation. It's just very raw because it's a sketch for ideas, right? So you want to explore as much as you can. And I added some yellows there, that with some brush strokes there I just made some twists behind. So here I just did a quick foliage for twist brushes, and for this type of a brush you don't want to use the smudge. It's very basic and not the best brush, but it serves the purpose to indicate that there is some leaves there. It's a great way to feel these types of paintings, right? So the top one, the one that I most like, so I will spend more time on it. And I add some lights with overlay layer. And the middle one is the one that I didn't like. So it's blue, and for me it's blue, looks like a ice cave. I came back to the top one, I just duplicate the layer and reside it, so it's a fast way to create more trees for the forest. So the middle one is the most that I didn't like, but I try my best to do something. So it looks like a ice cave, but there is these things that looks like a tree trunk, right? But the ice cave with tree trunk, it wasn't working so well. Adding more depth with the soft brush and some white highlights there, and it's some vegetation, some rocks, and I will change it later. The bottom one, for me, it was done already. I didn't need to paint anything, So I back to the top one that I liked more. So add more vegetation, and I will separate there using the soft brush. So add more depth. So as you can see, it already made a big difference. And I add in some more lights and work more. The middle one, back to the middle one. This is the thing that I like painting, three paints at the same time, because sometimes you are painting on the top, but you see the middle one, right? And sometimes you can grab some ideas from the top and bring to the middle, or change the angle, as you can see here. So okay, it's a ice cave. So let me put X there and put some water too. Make some reflections, and I will add some the exit in the middle. Add more colors to make some more interesting, and some different brush strokes. You never know when a brush stroke can change the entire painting. And so the middle one is very basic. The top one I like more, and I see already how to make better. The middle is not. I try to make some rocks there. The bottom one for me it's done already. I don't need to paint, but I try to add some colors there, maybe some pinky flowers, and so I just added some lights and more lights and shadows. Maybe add some ruins there. So add some separation from the foreground of the background, the middle ground. So just adding more elements. I think the bottom one can be improved more, of course, but for the purpose of this painting, the top one I found already, right? I began this painting without ideas, and the top and the bottom one just gave me lots of ideas already. But I didn't give up on the middle one. Trying my best to find something. I like to change the colors and use the eraser to make more effects, or try to find something cool, and maybe something is living there. And there's some pinky magic, I don't know. So here I'll pause a little bit and just talk about the effect that I use a lot in my painting is the chromatic aberration. Rebelle don't have it, but it don't mean that you can't do, right? You can do. You know how to do, you can do. It's to make use the curves. As you can see here, I use the curves. I just lower the dark, increase the light, and do this with the red and the blue channel, sometimes with the green too. I don't know if you can see, but there's some the edges, there's some red in the edges, and this is what is chromatic aberration makes. So it's a effect for photography, but you can use for paintings too. And the bottom one, I try to change the light because it was too much in green and yellow, but I added some whites. So I think that is it. Yeah, it's finished. And sometimes I try another colors. Maybe I see something different and add more contrast there to the light and shadows. And that's it. I go back here really quick here. As you can see, at the start, the top one wasn't just some brush strokes, random brush strokes. The middle one too, very chaotic. The bottom one, as I said, it was done already. I didn't need to make it big modifications, and with some time you can make this sketch here a good painting. And I took this painting, these 3 sketches, 1 hour, and so in 1 hour I made 3 that I can maybe choose one, like the top one that I like most, and use it to transform into a final painting. So this is a great way to make sketches, quick sketches. As I said, you don't need to spend too much. I think in 30 minutes it was like here, and in 30 minutes you can do like this, and it's a beginning, right? You can start from here and then go until the final very quick. And I use this a lot. I use it to do this every day for Instagram. When you do this more and more, you get more ideas, you can explore more different positions, different colors, different shapes, and you get better faster. So that's it for my tutorial, very quick, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like and subscribe into the Escape Emotions channel. See you there. Bye.